Hey guys, this is Sai from Proseek, and today we have fourth place in the world, Emmanuel Hunter, and the most recent Tampa Pro champion. Thanks for coming on, Emmanuel. How are you doing today?
Doing good, brother. How you doing today, man?
Doing good. Really excited to have you on. You had a really good showing recently in Tampa, and your coach Mike has been on a tear recently.
Yeah,
Uh,
man. Mike has been killing it.
Yeah, so really want to get into some details with what you did specifically, going from last year to this year. There's obviously a lot of improvements made in your physique. Getting into some of the specific of like, what does Mike have you do? Getting ready for these shows, going out of them to help all these guys who are prepping for shows currently in the men's physique division.
I
Uh,
got you, brother. Yeah.
so Emmanuel, let's just go a little bit about your competition history. So the last 2 years, you were fourth place at the Olympia. Um, you've been in men's physique. How long have you been competing? When was your first show?
I've been competing since 2018. That's when I turned pro.
So you turned pro the
Yeah.
first year.
Yeah. We did the Vulcan down in Birmingham, and I didn't even win. I got nationally qualified, and then took a year off and then turned pro.
What show did you turn pro at?
The Junior USA's
Okay, and that was in 2019 or
20
2018?
2018.
Okay, 2018. Um, so why men's physique? Was it because you just kind of fit into the division, or did you like the division when it came out?
I could say that I like the division that when it came out, I was like, I can be a part of this. I think I can be really good at it. And then I fell in love with it. So I was like, okay, I started placing better. Won my first show back in during 2021. And then I was like, okay, I think I can be really good at this. And then me and Mike went on a tear after that, man. We just started winning every show outside of the Olympia. My first Olympian, I got 12th. Then after that, I got fourth back to back years, and
So
dude,
what year
it's been a roller coaster. It's been fun though.
was the 12th place just 3 years ago? So have you gone to Olympia the last 3 years in a row?
Yeah, this will be
Man,
my fourth Olympia this year.
fourth Olympia. That's amazing. Um, so let's talk about Tampa. So going into Tampa, how close to your 100% do you think this package was?
I think this package was a lot better than my old packages. I would say around 90% me.
Okay. And then
Um,
what would you rate your Olympia look from last year? Was that 100% you?
I don't think so. I think it was my 100% at the time.
Mhm.
But we've gotten better. So
Right.
I could say that physique right there was my one of my best. But not going to be my best, but it's in my top five best.
Yes. So that was your best at that time, and now you're gonna
Yeah.
have a new 100% this time.
Hmm.
So I remember talking to you back in even March, and I think you had already had the Tampa in mind at that point, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So
We already
how
had it planned.
so how did you and Mike decide what show to do?
We when we got our feedback and stuff, and I wasn't winning any big shows, so I've competed at Pittsburgh in New York before, and I've gotten fifth there, and I got fourth at New York.
Mhm.
Um, but still no big wins on my belt like the Arnold and stuff like that. So we was like, we need to get a Chicago Pro or a Tampa Pro under my belt, and because those are your tier one shows. So because
Right.
you're in front of Tyler and Steve and Bill and those top tier judges, so you're getting judged by those guys. So being in front of them, that's what we went. That was one of our goals to be in front of them all season long.
Mhm.
Um, and that so we can get that style of judgment, because being where
Right.
I'm at in the sports, they don't just give it to you. They judge me actually a little bit harder than they judge somebody else. You know.
Yeah. So was Tyler head judge here?
Yeah, he told me that this is one of the top two looks this year from the mental seat.
That's awesome. What was his
Yeah,
feedback
so
for you to keep doing to go into the Olympia?
2% better conditioning. That was my only feedback.
Okay. Yeah,
Which
and
so that's gonna. I mean, yeah, you give me 9 weeks to do that. So
yeah, that's an easy fix.
yeah,
9 weeks. Um, so after prejudging, were you pretty confident that you had it?
yeah, I felt really good about the win. I mean, they moved me right to the box, and I didn't move. So I was pretty confident in myself when the look me and Mike brought to stage, and I felt like that against that lineup was enough to win.
Yeah. Um, so let's talk about what the peak week looked like leading into that.
Mhm.
So, how does your prep usually look? Are you usually ready like a couple weeks in advance? You just cruise in. Uh,
Yeah, that's how we do it, man. If you're not ready by peak week, it's gonna be kind of hard to time your peak.
mhm.
So you want to be ready like 3 weeks out, where you can have a mock peak week on that 3 weeks out, and so you see what you can see what you can and can't do, and how the body responds to different types of things. And then 2 weeks out, if we feel like we can do another mock peak, we can
Mhm.
do that, so that therefore your body is ready for that the real deal, because you already did it twice. So we
Yes.
know the kind of look that we're gonna bring.
So what does it look like for you guys? So do you deplete before, or do you just keep
Yeah,
going
we,
with what you were
we
doing?
yeah we deplete pretty early to get the body ready, so the body can be used to being under that type of stress. Because
Okay.
if you try to do all that stuff the week of the show, your body is in stress, and you try to pull everything and add everything back, you don't have enough time in 6 days to do that.
Okay. So do you guys going into peak weeks with 6 days out, you are already somewhat, you're not like super flat or depleted.
Yeah, we get lower than the cap, and then we start feeding up to that
Okay. What day did you guys start feeding up?
on like Tuesday night, Wednesday. Not too high, just kind of like a moderate, not trying to fill the
Yeah.
body completely out. You know what I mean? We don't want to peak too early, so we kind of keep it low, moderate, but add a little bit of higher carbs before and after the gym.
So what does low moderate look like? Like how many are you filling up mostly with the same foods you've been eating all prep, or are you adding
Yeah,
in some junk
yeah,
or
yeah. No, we can't add. If we're gonna stay clean, we stay clean. We just add a little more clean food. If we're around 200 grams of carbs a day,
mhm,
we may bump it up to 350. You know,
on that
and then if
Tuesday?
on yeah on that Tuesday, and then if our body start to peel down even more off of those 300 grams, we'll pull it back to like 200 for a Wednesday.
Mhm.
And Thursday usually we'll go back up to like a 250 to 300 to see what our body does. If it still goes down and the weight doesn't go up, we're in a good spot.
Okay. And that Friday, do you try and push more,
We
or
just
usually Friday do you pull back?
so we kept it kind of moderate on Friday, kept kind of low. And then we feed early that Saturday morning. Because I mean, I think about, if you filling up like that and you haven't trained of cardio, your body fill back out. So all you gotta do is get a pump.
Yeah. So do you have to wake up like do you wake up in the middle of the night to eat that first meal, or do you just eat it as soon as you wake up?
As soon as I wake up,
Okay, so on Saturday, prejudging is like what time do you guys get on stage?
around 12.
So how many meals did you have beforehand before that you
One.
got on stage?
I
Just
slept.
that
I
one?
slept in. Yeah, I slept in that night because I knew the show. Our show didn't start till 11,
Oh, okay.
and we went on around 12, so I could sleep in a little bit.
So what time did you wake up that morning, and then what was your meal?
Around. I think I woke up around like 9:30, and we had some white meat, like low protein, around four
Hmm.
ounces. Um, we did we did oats. We did oats because we know oats take a little bit more time to break down.
Digest, right?
So that's what we did that morning, and a couple of rice cakes.
Okay. And since the oats kind of carried you over into prejudging,
Hmm.
and what do you guys do with water that week?
We keep it in, man. We keep all our water in. We don't we tailor it back on around Friday night, but we keep it the same throughout the week. Our body's been so used to a
Mhm.
gallon and a half of water all week. So why would you pull it back? If everything is working like it's supposed to.
Right. Do you break it down by meal, or do you just kind of drink at your own pace? Like, do you have
Yeah,
like 32 ounces
we
per meal, or?
yeah. That's kind of how we do it. We'll do. So if we eat 6 meals,
Mhm.
we probably have probably 24 to 30 ounces of water with each meal, and
Mhm.
and then we'll probably load some more water if we didn't get that gallon or gallon and a half in by the end of the day, which we usually do. But we've been in places where we didn't get all the water in, where it's 10 o'clock at night. Okay, you got to drink another 40 ounces before you go to bed.
Okay. So then that's show day. Is that what you did too? So when you had meal one, did you have that 24 to 30 ounces, or is it cut back that
Yeah.
day?
Yeah,
Okay.
we were drinking because it kept me full.
Mm. Well, that's good. So yeah, so you guys had everything figured out a couple
Yeah,
weeks out.
we
What to
got a
do?
formula, man. It took some time. When we took the time off from Olympia to Tampa, we had time to figure out how my body responds to a lot of things and what not to do.
Is this pretty similar to what you guys did in previous preps, or is this a new thing that you guys have figured out?
It's a whole new thing with a little bit of the old, with a little bit of new.
So what was your stage weight here in Tampa?
I think I was around 189, 190.
Okay, and then
So
what were you at?
I'm still 5 pounds under my cap.
Yeah, that's a lot of improvement. You can still. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
and I'm 6 pounds up from last year. So,
6 pounds up from last year. So at the Olympia, you were 180, like three ish.
hmm
Wow, that's it's so that's definitely something we got to get into is how you put
yeah.
on that 6 pounds in a year. Before that, how did you feel after the show? Like the general response? Did you feel like you got a lot of criticism, or did you feel like people were
Ye-
generally
Um,
in agreement with everything and
I,
supportive?
I I I try not to pay attention to the criticism that goes on outside the sport. I would say in the sport, but not in the sport. You know what I mean? The other
Hmm.
podcasts and stuff, how people just talk and they just try to tear you down. You can critique people and not tear them down. You know, and I know being at the level I'm at, I'm going to get critiqued a lot. So with me being who I am in the sport, you gotta take what comes with that, good and bad.
Hmm.
So, but yeah, I deal with it very well, man. It's not bad at all. Like people gonna have their own opinions about things, but at the end of the day, it's the judges that has the last say. So, I don't
Yeah,
care if any Joe Smo say, hey, you you need to work on this, you need to work on this. Hey, but I had a perfect score.
yeah. Perfect
You know,
score. And Tyler said that all you gotta do is bring in 2%
yeah,
better. So that's really all that matters.
that's his. He has say so. And Steve said the same thing. Bill said the
Yeah,
same thing. Sandy said the same thing. These are the people that judge me at the Olympia. So I don't care what other people have to say about my physique. You're not judging me.
yeah,
Plus, you have never beat me. So it's always the people that's always under me that's always trying to pull me down. So I just laugh and wave and be like, ha, yeah, man, I'm okay with that. You can say what you want to say.
yeah. That's usually how it goes. Is people that haven't beaten you or people who
hmm
are yeah. Um, well, cool. So let's get into what this offseason looked like leading into this
Okay.
show, because obviously the prep for this, starts way before prep.
It does. It
It
does.
starts right after the Olympia from
hmm
last year. So right after the Olympia last year, how do you guys handle like the rebound phase? So you finish the show,
After the Olympia, you know, you have Thanksgiving and Christmas and stuff like that. So
yeah,
what we did though, he kept me down at or after the show as like, you know, you get your blood work done, you get all this stuff done. But we kept it low. We kept it low because he knew I was gonna eat for Thanksgiving. He knew I was gonna eat for
mhm,
Christmas. He knew I was gonna eat for New Year's. But we kept our day-to-day thing low because I was gonna have those bigger meals in 2 to 3 weeks, and I was not gonna hold back. You know,
mhm,
so doing those things, but the main thing was recovery, like getting our body work done, doing the infrared saunas, doing the ice baths, things like that. In training was tough. You know, I
yeah.
haven't did squats and rack pulls in a long time. You know, we had to incorporate those back into our regimens of fun on week to week.
Did you immediately do that, or so like let's say so right after the Olympia, there's usually like a period of time where you're like trying to scale back, right? Or do you guys immediately just kind of start pushing into
We
those things?
like I said, we didn't go to the extreme. If I had to say on a scale 1 to 10, we pushed it like 6.5 to about 8 every now and then. But after like January, that's when we started like when we did our first push phase.
Okay,
Because during the health phase, we don't try to push that hard, but we still try to
right.
train pretty hard too, though. But more recovery during that time. But in January, that's when we started pushing from like January to about May. Those five
Mhm.
months, that's when we really pounded on, like training legs super hard, training back super hard, and trying to keep everything else proportionate and not letting those areas overpower other areas.
So during that health phase, from the Olympia was it early October last year too?
Yeah.
Yeah, so
October.
so early October until the end of December. So you got on stage like 183. By the
Hmm.
time you started your push phase in January, what was your weight at that point?
I think it was around 195, 196. I think I got it documented somewhere in my phone. But
Okay.
I didn't put on a lot in those in 2.5 months.
So you stayed pretty lean and you were
Yeah.
still, so that's a good spot to kind of
Hmm.
start that push phase.
Yeah.
So when you get off stage, like after a show, do you usually like rebound with water or do you usually stay pretty
Yeah,
close to
I
stage weight?
go Gatorade, water, Pedialyte, anything that's gonna be coconut water, anything that's gonna hydrate me. I drink that probably
Mm,
the first 4 hours after stage. I try not. I'll eat alpha cookie or something like that.
mm.
But 3 to 4 hours, I'll be drinking, hydrating myself, And now that I'm with now that I'm with Uplift Medical, right when I
Mm.
get home, we're doing hydration things,
Right.
trying to get the body back hydrated.
And so do you not have like a big rebound ever? Like so that day of the show, if you go eat something or the day
Yeah,
after you eat
I'll eat
something?
like I won't go crazy. Like I'll eat a burger and some fries or a steak and baked potato, things that I would usually eat in prep. So
Mm,
not to let my body get, because I binged before, bro, and I put on 20, 30 pounds in like
mm.
a week. And I
Yeah.
said I'll never put my body through that stress again. My feet were swelling, my face was swollen, my hands, I can like feel squishy in my knees.
Yeah.
I will never do that again. So I will go eat that one big meal, and after that, I probably won't eat for the rest of the day because I haven't had that much food in a long time. So I don't want to stress my body out by doing that. I'm already putting it through enough stress.
Yeah. So, that makes sense. Yeah, I think we all have that one show where we binge after and then we learn not to
Yeah.
do it again. So that's pretty interesting to hear though. So like within that first 3 months, you were only about 13 to 15 pounds over stage weight.
Hmm.
Um, so now going into your push phase. So the way you guys do your diets, so you're basically sitting at maintenance for that health phase, right? And you're
Hmm.
just trying to,
Maintenance.
yeah, keep it, stay at maintenance, stay lean. Once you enter that push phase and you start pushing calories up, what does that breakdown of like macros look like? Is it like is Mike like a higher carb guy, lower fat, or is it pretty balanced or
Yeah,
across the three? Or
man, we protein is high, fats are high. Because I'm typically lean, I don't hold that much body fat,
Mhm.
so we have to push the fats and the carbs high, and keep the protein up there too. And then what we do is, if we see my weight jump up drastically, we know that hey, we need to pull back just a little bit,
Mhm.
because I got up to 224 by by the end of April.
Okay, so yes, that's like a
Um, yeah,
28
so
pound.
that's what putting on training legs and training back the way I did, my weight went up quick, but we tapped into some new things on how I need to train, and my body just flourished.
Yeah. So what were your calories at maintenance? Do you know?
I think my maintenance was at 23.
23. Okay, so you're only
Yeah,
eating 2,300 calories going into until December.
and yeah, because
Okay.
he knowing though I was gonna have me
Yeah, those cheap.
a 3,000 calorie meal
Yeah.
for Thanksgiving.
Right. Okay, so then now once you started pushing, what does your calories go up to? And
I
how
think they went up
fast does
to
that climb?
I think they went up to 32 to 34. And then that's kind of like our sweet spot.
Mhm.
At one point with the cheat meal day, it went up to around 45.
Okay.
But those are the days I'm training either legs or back. And on some of those days, I would rest. Like if I went on moderate day for 3 days in a row, training chest, shoulders, and arms and abs, those are like low days.
Yeah.
So, but on the after the end of that third low day, I'll have the cheat meal. Like I'll have the burgers and fries and stuff like that. And but because I know I'm resting the next day, so my body can like come back to life.
Mhm.
You know.
So you guys have it on like a calorie cycle?
Hmm.
Okay. So is it like typical how many low days a week, how many high days a week, how many medium?
It during prep, we have 3 low days, 2 moderate days, and then an off day. Well, I say we have 4 moderate days and 2 low days and an off day.
Okay.
But
What about
but
during in that
some
off season
days, yeah,
in January?
we'll go like 3 high days and 2 moderate days and 2 rest days.
Okay. And the rest days are pretty Is it like
Pretty
low carb?
no, it's maintenance. It's still, I mean, I
Okay.
still have carbs in every meal. It's just they're
Okay.
just not as much as on the high days.
Yeah. Do you have any idea of like the actual amount of like let's say like protein? Like does he have like a formula? Like you're probably so you're 200, 220 pounds. How many grams of protein are you eating a day?
I think I was around 320.
Okay. So that's like
I was around 320. That was bulking.
1.5 grams a day.
Yeah, yeah, it was, and I could handle that. It wasn't
Mm.
too much.
And then does he have you do it? What do you have to take powders too, or is it mostly just whole foods?
Mostly real protein. We had that one shake a day, and I think that shake had 75 in it.
Okay. And then the rest is come from whole foods. So like how many
Hmm.
grams of meat are you having per meal then?
6 to 7 ounces.
Okay. And that's like what, five, six times a day?
Yeah, 5 times.
5 times. And then your fats, did you have added fats in each meal?
We do either almonds or nut butter or olive oil on a meal, and yeah, usually meal one and after the gym mostly.
Okay. So it'd be like how much like almond butter
We
do you
we
have with your
usually don't
first
ever
meal?
go over 60 if we're in the off season.
60 grams of fat.
Yeah, in the
Okay.
off season. In season, it's around 30.
Okay. Gotcha. And then so carbs are then pretty high then, right? So
Yeah,
how do your carbs
my
get?
carbs typically stay high. We don't, because I'm so round and bubbly. It's like if I take them away, I lose that look.
Yeah.
So we keep the carbs in all the way up to the show. We don't ever have like a no carb day.
Okay. Yeah, and then how many carbs did you get down to at your lowest?
About 125 a day.
125. And those are your low days.
That was my low days.
Okay, so that's not terrible.
It's not terrible, but you feel
Yeah,
it if you're doing 350
you
and
do
then all of
feel
a sudden you're
it.
doing 125. You
Yeah.
feel it.
So let's talk about your training now. So your general training split, what does it look like?
Upper chest on Monday. Tuesday is inner back. Wednesday is leg day, which is they focus more on quads. Thursday we do shoulders and arms. Friday we do another chest day. And then Saturday is more of a hamstring, glute, lower back day. And then Sunday we rest.
So you train 6 days in a row?
Hmm.
Okay. Do you feel like that's like you feel good doing 6 days in a row?
Yeah, because like doing chest, it really doesn't take that much out of me, but I still
Mhm.
train it really hard. It's the Tuesday, Wednesday days back to leg to back day are really tough, but I have shoulders and arms the following day, so it's really not that bad, you know.
Yeah.
Then I go
So
back into another chest day, which is not that bad, and then on Saturdays I wait to train later in the day where I my body is getting full amount of rest before I go train my hamstrings and lower back and glutes.
okay. So you're how is your so you're hitting everything twice a week. So how
Mhm.
much like volume in each session are you getting?
The training aspect is like it's completely different workouts every single time. So
Okay.
like my back day, I'm training my inner back, and then the next
Mm.
back day is my just my lats and my rear delts.
Okay.
So it's not like the training may last 45 minutes. Like I'm not
Okay.
in there an hour and a half. Especially
Gotcha.
like I'm only training upper chest. So I mean I'm not in that gym that long, and then
So how
shoulders
many
and arms doesn't take that long either.
so how many exercises are you doing and how many sets for like let's say
Probably
you're
about four,
it's
four or
about four
five,
exercises
four or
and
five
then
exercises.
4 or 5 exercises and how many sets with each exercise?
Probably three.
Oh, so that's a lot then, right? That's like
Yeah.
so that's like yeah, 20 sets.
Yeah,
So
I
are you
mean,
just moving
it
through them
doesn't,
quick?
it doesn't take me long. Like, if I'm by myself, I get in there, I do a set, I take a minute off, do another set, take a minute off, and I'm already at the second exercise.
Are you using like heavy compound lifts or is it mostly machine based?
Yeah, yeah. So, chest days is heavy compound lifts.
So you're
My
doing like
back day,
incline so are you doing like
yeah,
incline barbell or incline
mm,
dumbbell,
yeah,
something like that?
that, and then on my back days, inner back is like rack pulls and low rows and stuff like that, and then shoulders and my leg days on the quad days, those are longer day
Mm,
because I'm doing adductors, abductors. I'll throw in one hamstring exercise, and then it's a leg extension and two variations of leg press.
okay. Uh and that's crazy that you're able to So you only take 1 minute break. You're doing like heavy rack pulls, and you're just like going right back into it.
Yeah, go right back into it. And then me saying heavy, I mean it's around 385 to 415. Like it's heavy, but it's really not that heavy because you can do 15, 20 reps with that weight if you're doing time under
Okay.
tension.
Yeah. Okay. Gotcha. Um. All right. So this off season, what was different compared to past off seasons where you were able to put on 6 pounds of stage weight?
My mental, bro, my mental aspect of things, like knowing that I actually have a shot at winning the whole thing, you know.
Hmm.
So knowing I have to put in more work in the off season than I do in season. So I would like mediocre, like train and eat a lot of food and
Hmm.
put on more fat than muscle, and then I'll be in prep and I have to like do cardio an hour, 2 hours a day just to get the fat off, and then that
Hmm.
cuts into the muscle, and then like okay, I brought the same exact look again,
So the biggest difference is staying leaner. So
and
normally,
adding muscle to the
yeah.
physique, you know.
So is this a different thing that you did this year where you started off your bulk pretty lean, or do you normally do the same thing?
Yeah,
Normally, do
I
you just
started
go
off
eat a lot and then like,
started off pretty. Yeah, we started off lean, man. We wanted
yeah,
at least 12% body fat or lower when we were starting our prep.
yeah,
And we did that, you know. Like I said, I was 12% body fat at 222,
yeah.
and
So
then we lost 20 pounds, you know.
so most off seasons do you usually have a little bit more off plan meals and more cheat meals and things
Yeah,
like that? Okay.
yeah. But
More
I know if I do
snacks.
if I knew if I go off plan, I know I'm training the big body part the next day,
Hmm.
so I can
So
utilize all those calories that I
yeah.
haven't been had in a while.
So the big difference you think this season was that you had less off plan meals, or that you like
I stayed
what do you
on
think?
track. Like I
Stay on
stayed on
track.
track with everything. Like I didn't get off track with nothing.
So you stuck to the
And
plan
my and the
100%.
physiques it speak for it. Like it shows. Like I can show you last year off season and this year
Hmm.
off season. Like it shows. Like staying on track in the off season with your food and your plan and your sleeping schedule,
Hmm.
keeping everything else, and also having a great support system around you to keeping your head straight, keeping you out of drama, making sure everything is lined up for you. All you gotta do is prep.
Yeah. So you so you stuck to the diet exactly throughout the off season, and
Hmm.
then what? So how many like off plan meals do you have structured within there?
Oh well, it's kind of like it's not even structured in there. It's like I send a check in. It's like okay, we went down 3 pounds this week. We need to eat.
Okay.
So he'll give me two good meals that day and go train legs or back or something, you know.
Yeah,
So it's not up to me. It's up to when I send my check ins in.
and then
Cause
Michael
I'm
telling you.
I'm really not worried about it because the food is still typically high.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not even hungry. So if he
Mhm.
say go eat a burger and some fries and have a milkshake, and I'm like, I'm not even that hungry.
Yeah.
So I'll
Or-
just eat the burger, you know.
yeah. So how important? So you mentioned like having a big support system and your mental kind of being in a different spot this year. So how important is that compared
Man,
to?
it's man, it's God and my support team. Those are the one and two. Though if those two aren't in line, I'm not gonna be in line. So having a great support system to back you up on things, I mean, you can't. It's a blessing. You can't ask for anything better than that.
Yeah. Um, and congrats on getting engaged, and you're getting married very soon, right?
Yeah, November.
November. So are you having to plan the wedding during prep right now?
Yeah, I mean, we pretty much got everything in line. We just need
Good.
to clean up a lot of things in certain areas. But other than that, everything is smooth. But yeah, to answer your question, we have been planning.
That's awesome. So that means 1 month after Olympia, you can enjoy and
I
yeah,
know.
it's good you won't be in prep during it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm still gonna be in prep because I don't want to out. I mean, I got to fit my tuxedo.
No,
I already went and
that's
got
true.
measured.
So that'll keep you lean after
Yeah,
after the show.
I can't go too crazy.
Um, so we have a couple minutes left here. Um, so going into the Olympia now. So what is the strategy for these next 9 weeks? You're already show ready pretty much at Tampa, right? So
Hmm.
what do you do in these 9 weeks to get better?
Man, keep my mental straight, man, and lots of body work, keep my body refreshed, getting hydration. IVs. Like I said, you're making sure my body is healthy to be able to stay in this type of conditioning for the next 9 weeks.
Yeah. And as far as your calories go, did it come like, are you just able to bring food up
Moderate.
at all or just
No,
moderate all the way
we'll
through?
keep it at moderate. And if I need to have a high day, we will.
Okay. So mostly just sticking moderate all the way through. So you don't have to have like low days as much anymore, right?
Not really. We I know we're going low this week.
Hmm.
But I feel like we're gonna be good though if we go low this week to get everything back tight, then start back feeding a little bit more.
Okay. And as far as like pushing, like the supplements. So going into Tampa, obviously you're taking, do you just keep everything the same going through these next 9 weeks, or do you?
We came off supplements and stuff like that, and getting blood work done, cleaning out the body before we can do a little push for the 6 weeks.
Okay, gotcha. So you guys kind of give a 3 week break there, and then
hmm
you can kind of get
Yeah,
back
we let
into
my
it.
body heal for a week, blood work after that. Then next week we'll hit the ground running.
Okay. Um. So top five predictions. So let's talk about the Olympia.
Well, I was on a podcast yesterday and we talked about the top five. I would say me, Ryan, Ali, Banks, Brandon.
Thanks, Brandon. Okay. So you think Brandon will beat Edvon again?
It's gonna be close. It's gonna be close. I mean, it's an Olympia judgment panel. I mean, it's all you know how it is. A Brazilian guy gonna be in there.
Hmm. Yeah. Then Diogo didn't do it last year either.
So a Brazilian guy is gonna be in there. They're gonna have. It's gonna be very diverse when it comes to like what countries in that top 10.
Yeah.
It's gonna be very diverse.
So how do you see? So you see yourself in one
I do. I
this year?
truly believe that, and I always tell people if you don't believe that you can be number one, you shouldn't even do the show.
So breaking it down, you compared to Ryan and Ali and Banks, because those are the three that placed ahead of you last year. Um, what poses do you think? So in the front pose, where do you beat Ryan, Ali, and Aaron?
I definitely can beat them in both poses with the
Mhm.
amount of work that I've put in, and getting the feedback that I'm getting, and I'm balanced. All I needed to do is bring up just a small bit of areas, man, and I know for a fact that I'm the guy.
Yeah.
Like their guy, they're balanced. They're all put together pretty well.
Mhm.
I love all three of those
Of
guys'
course.
physiques. But I just know when I put it together, it will be more superior than their physiques. So I mean, I want them to bring their best.
Mhm.
Because I don't want to hear, "Oh, I was off." No, I mean, at the name of this game, the game is to elevate. And at some point come on the line, a new guy is going to come in and beat you. And you have to accept that because you set the bar that high, giving somebody to chase that. And they did. And a lot of us has passed that if you're not, or if you're not changing.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, that's how the sports always work, right?
hmm
It just keeps elevating, getting better and better. And then things like you and Ali are probably the younger guys in that top
hmm
five, right?
Yeah, we
Yeah.
are.
Um, so where do you think your strengths are compared to theirs? And then what are their strengths compared to yours? Like obviously we know like Ali's midsection is incredible,
Yeah,
right?
and he's well
Um,
he's well put together. Ryan's well put together with mixed section. So therefore that's why I elevated mine.
mhm,
So if their midsection is at a 10 and mine is at a 9.5, I know for a fact that I beat them in the back pose. So therefore,
yeah.
if I beat them at 10 to their 7.5 back, and they beat me in the front with a 10 and my 9.5, you
Mhm,
do the numbers.
right. So overall you would still
Yeah.
get that, right? So you think the back is where you will
That's
overcome these
that's
guys?
that's why I think I separate myself from the back pose and then the front pose. I think all four of us are kind of
Pretty
comparable.
close. Yeah.
Um, Bringing like a 2% better conditioning, I think for a fact that I have a really good shot at winning it.
Yeah. Um, and then you see that as the top four, you, Ali, Ryan,
Yeah,
Aaron.
that's what I see. I mean, because all
Yeah.
of us. I mean, Ryan's Mr. Olympia. Ali won the Arnold. Banks won Pittsburgh. I won the next big show is at Tampa.
Yeah.
and I'm fourth in the world, and all of us are in the top mix. So it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be very
Yeah.
fun.
No, it will be. It'll be a
It's gonna
very,
be hard. It's
very.
gonna be hard to judge.
It will be. Yeah, men's physique's a tough one because everyone is just so close. There's so
Hmm.
many guys that could just come in there and get it. So I want to talk about Mike a little bit. It's like his
Hmm.
coaching style. Um, so yeah. So as far as Mike as your coach goes, so he's been very successful these past couple weeks and for the past forever. Uh,
Hmm.
so what do you think are the strengths of him? Like, how does him having him as a coach help you?
Mike continues to elevate. He don't stay the same. He always finding new material. He's always and then he executing on those new materials. And we talk every day about being on the same page with everything we do. Like he doesn't leave me out of anything. I don't leave him out of anything. But that's what a coach and a competitor is supposed to be like. Being on the same page. We're not hiding anything from each other. We're being straight up honest with each other about, hey, you look like this. We need to be like this. I need you to train harder. I need you to focus more on your sleep. I need you to recover even more. Take today off the gym, like things like that. So we continues to checking in with each other. Like I said, Mike is my family, and he
Mhm.
look at me as like a brother, a little brother to him. He makes sure that I'm good with everything that's going on in the sport.
How long have you guys been working together now? Have you only been with Mike this whole time?
This is year four with Mike.
Okay, so yeah, so pretty much your whole Olympia run has been
Yeah.
with Mike, right? So did you turn pro with a different coach?
Yeah, I turned pro with a different coach.
Okay. So what is Mike's like coaching style? Like, is he pretty like, here's the plan, you're following the plan exactly, or does he allow you to like have some say in it? Does he listen to what you have to say and then work that in? So
Yeah,
what kind
no,
of?
yeah. It used to be like that, but now it's like, okay, this is what I think. I'm with my body every single day. This is how I feel. This is the way I think. So this is how we need to do it. And he increment that in there. Okay, this is how he feels. Then he send me a little spreadsheet like on a scale 1 to 10. What's your hunger? What's your how you feel? How your sleep schedule? How's
Mhm.
work? Like things like that. So therefore, we can calculate these things and being able to execute every plan that he sends to me.
Okay. And how often do you check in with him going into a
Oh,
show?
I send stuff every 3 to 4 times a week.
Mhm.
Like today, I mean, we usually check in once a week, but like this is Olympia. I want to show him what I look like every single day I get up.
Yeah. Yeah, and that way any changes, you don't have to wait a week
Hmm.
to tweak things. So as far as Mike's strategy for you, has it changed this year compared to last year? And if so, like what were the major changes?
We well, I say we got more feedback. We got more data to use going into this year.
So that's a new
So
thing
yeah,
that you
so
guys started
like
doing.
everything was pretty much new. Like we got like back to back fourth places at the Olympia, and we were like, oh, we need to change something up. We need
Mhm.
more time. That's what we need. So we didn't do the Arnold. We didn't do Pittsburgh or New York or anything like that. We used that time to get better because the judges don't want to see the same package on stage.
Right.
I mean, I would have won. Don't get me wrong, but those Olympia looks will beat probably 99% of the people that's not at the Olympia. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But we needed to be better for me, knowing we want to be in the one spot. So we had to take that time off to get everything in line for the Olympia.
Right. That makes sense. So the strategy this year was a little different because normally you do the Arnold too.
Hmm.
So this time you were able to just kind of go into a nice, good off season, put on that
Yep.
size, and bring it in for the Olympia. Um, all right. Well, let's definitely connect again as we get closer to the Olympia, and then see where you're at that point, and kind of compare how things are going in this prep versus like the other ones.
Oh yeah, most definitely, bro. Most definitely. I'm excited. It was fun today.
Yeah, no, it was definitely a lot of really good
Yeah.
information that I think will be helpful to a lot of people. So thanks for coming on.
No problem, man. We could talk soon.
Yeah, we'll definitely talk soon. We'll be in touch. Before we go, so you can find Emmanuel on Proseek. What kind of coaching services do you offer through there?
Right now, since I'm in prep doing I'm pretty busy, so we're doing just posing right now.
Hmm.
And then after the Olympia and stuff, I'll start doing some online coaching.
Okay, awesome. So you guys heard it. You can find Emmanuel on Proseek for online posing, and also, are you still doing the in person in Huntsville?
Yeah, I am.
Okay, so online and in person, if you're in the Huntsville area or in the vicinity, there's not much you can learn from better than learning from someone who's fourth in the world. So get on Proseek and check out Emmanuel on there. And yeah, man, I'll definitely be down in Huntsville. We can set up some workshops and do some cool stuff.
I'm
So I'm
definitely
looking
down
forward
for
to it.
that, brother. I'm definitely down for that.
Awesome. All right. Well, thank you, and we will talk soon. Have a good
All
rest of
right,
your day,
see
man.
you.
All right, bye.
See you,
See you, bro.
Si.